Fitness, and today's routine is called the Zoo. Losing the title, we're looking at all the exercises that are named after animals, all in one place. And there are a lot of them, surprisingly. So we've made this whole routine. Now the one thing about that is, a lot of the exercises named after animals tend to be an emphasis on mobility. So it tends to split the room a bit, this. Some people love it, some people hate it. Generally, if you're fairly mobile, you might find it a bit easier and you'll like it. If you're a bit immobile, then you might sort of find it a little bit more awkward. But look, give it a go, and it's one of those things you will see a big improvement. Usually the second, third, fourth time you do it, you'll be completely different from the first time. Mostly body weight, although we do use a couple of light hand weights if you've got them at home, just for a couple of the movements. But even that's not really necessary, so don't worry if you haven't got those. It's mostly body weight. Right, let's get warmed up then, and I'll go through the details. Go. pace yourself. You can take it steady if you want to, or you can go for it if you feel you want to. 30 seconds on each movement, and we're doing it in threes. 3 rounds of threes. Nice and simple, 30 seconds worth. Couple of breaths onto the next one. Couple of breaths onto the next one. 3 times round, move on. Okay? So nice, simple routine. So your first 3 animals. The crane, the gecko, and the gorilla. The crane here for a nice, low overhead rear lunge. We're going to get some dumbbells, optional. Okay, you don't have to though, you can just have your hands extended over your head. You've got tight chest and lats. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, so take these dumbbells up. Imagine you're pushing them through the ceiling. You reach as high as you can. Okay, then you're going to slide back into a nice deep rear lunge and then back. Nice deep rear lunge that side and then back. Okay, once you've done a few, you'll warm up into it. Second one is your geckos. So, practice if you can do a push-up. Okay, keep your stance wide. Don't have your feet there. Have them in line with your hands. Then I'm going to draw this knee tight up to my elbow and then back. Keep on my toes. Squeeze. Squeeze. It's all about control. Squeeze using the obliques, the core. Okay, nice and controlled, nice and steady. Now, your third one is the gorilla. We're doing gorilla squat thrusts. It's best if I show you this from the side. So, you can't actually do these on your knuckles because it helps raise you up a little bit, which actually makes it a little bit easier. And again, like I said, mobility is going to come heavily into this one because it's the ability to get your feet to the outside of your hands, which isn't easy, but just get as close as you can. So, I'll be here, push-up position on the knuckles. Okay, I'll rock back first to there, and then in. Rock back, in. Rock back, in. Okay? So that's the movement you want. So your feet are landing ideally by the side of your hands, okay? Or as close as you can. But if you can't get that, that's okay. Just get as near as you can. That's it. That's all you can do, isn't it? And if it's really uncomfortable, you can do one leg at a time. Okay, so just rock back, one leg. Rock back, the other leg, okay? That might help you just get the hips open a little bit. Right, so there's the first 3. 30 seconds on each. And a few seconds to breathe. Okay. Time, here we go. 3, 2, nice deep. back out. Okay? Yeah, be careful with the face one. Yeah, you just go to a point that you're comfortable going to. It might not be that far, but it's a little bit like using, the ab wheel in the gym, your abs. It's very similar. Your core's working exactly the same way. You really have to switch on. Glutes, there and there. Okay, so there. Okay, turn the glutes on, turn the abs on. Nice and low. Okay. And just see how you get on. And a cobra. Cobra ball. Light on your belly. This is great for posture. Bring out back of the shoulders. Okay, so you're just going to be there. Do a little cobra pull. Squeeze and back. Lift. Lift. Okay. I'm not the best example of that. I've got great thrust mobility, and that's why it's such a good exercise for someone like me. Again, it's about the mobility of the spine. Okay. Right there. Okay, here we go. Good there.
pierce right through me. Can't you understand? Oh, my little girl, I want it. All I need is you in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They only enjoy the silence.
not this angle. We want that angle of your torso. Okay? So this is what you're doing. Start there. Plant your toes. Lift your knees just off the floor. Not here. There. I always say, imagine you've got a tray of fine china on your back. And you go from one place to the other without spinning the tray. So if I'm like this, and then I go, what's happened? Obviously the tray is gone. Okay, maintain. Torso, floor. Parallel. Okay, so it wants to be something like this there. Okay, lead with your hands. Knees will follow. Okay, just back and forth. Again, just a couple of steps we need. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. Focus on that. Your knees need to stay close to the ground for that to happen. Okay? But yeah, just do your best. Right. Then we have the abs, the start finish. So, create the star shape. It's basically a big wide on the body. Brace the core, lift your head and shoulders. Okay, so your upper arms are tight. Then squeeze your glutes, then lift your legs up. Hold in this position, not easy. Okay? But do your best. Okay, if you need to make it easier, you just bend the knees slightly. Okay? That there, 30 seconds, literally crucified you. And then the last one, what was it? The last one, sorry, the frog was the second one. This one comes second, sorry. But it's essentially a plyo hinge. Like a plyo deadlift, but in no way. We're working more on depth, again, and mobility. So, palms and your flippers. Okay, ideally, like that. So look, the knees are out. There's none of this collapsing in. Knees are out, creating space. So drop in there. And jump. Back down, jump. Back down. Okay? If you can't reach that flow, that's okay. Fingertip it. But focus on that. Turn your glutes on. You don't want this. Okay, it's there. Keep the glutes switched on is the key to everything. Right, okay, let's do it.
Won't you come right to the start? Won't you come with me? Light in the dark. Won't you come with me? Right to the start. Right to the start of it all. This journey has its ups and downs.
Come on, tell something!
But we are not just human beings, we are human becoming. Stepping into stride by stride. Darkness and the light.
Hold it! Welcome to home! If you're still with us, we've got one more little head to go.
What's the road to go?
Okay, the final pen we have the salmon, the bat, and the butterfly. Okay, sounds very innocent, doesn't it? Yeah, no lions and tigers and bears, but I think these are worse. Right, so the salmon push-up. Okay, to do this for 30 seconds 3 times all the way through is extremely tough. Most people are going to do the sort of the walking movement, which is still really hard. I still categorise that as advanced, so don't worry. So use your mat as a guide. Okay, yeah, this circuit was the last circuit, and for all intents and purposes, that will finish the challenge really. So anything you need to adjust. Right, so push up. Just offside the mat here. Okay? Press, we can do that kneeling. Shoulders down. Press. Up. Walk onto the mat. Press. Whether that's on the knees or gone. The extreme version, I can't even call it advanced, it's more than that. Is fly in there. Okay? Again, struggle for 30 seconds. Continuous, so that's a fine, something that you can eventually work towards. Then we've got the bat. Basically, get yourself upside down. So make your way if you want to, again, entirely optional. Handstand. So after those press ups, again, it's really tough. So either there, okay, you can hold, or you can do half handstand. Feet at hip height. And then push your hips up, push your chest through your arms. That's a good alternative. Or look, just do a high plank. For anybody, it's exactly the same sort of thing. High plank, just come up onto your toes, push your shoulders over your fingertips. Okay, that's absolutely fine as well. And the butterfly is a butterfly sit up. Very popular in CrossFit this. Essentially it takes your hip flexors out of the equation and makes you work your abs harder. So soles of your feet touching and the knees get nice and low as you can. Hands at the temples. So you keep the knees out. Butterfly. You can throw your arms forward. And if all else fails, regular sit-ups. Right, so yeah, that's it, the last circuit. Okay. Yeah. If you want to do a handstand, just steadily make your way to a wall somewhere. You get a little bit longer between each to do that. Nice try. try. Right, okay.
Fancy thinking about it.
All right then. Don't worry, you can put your dumbbells back at the end. Right, the salmon, the bat, and the butterfly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you are attempting that jumping one, it's all the landing needs to be soft. So you're pushing into the next rep really every time. You never land hard. But look, only even attempt it if you're some way confident, right? The walking version is fine. Okay. Right. Ready? just a couple of minutes. See that. Or tomorrow, wedding bells, 9 a.m. And then my personal favourite, the Tsunami on Monday. You've got to join in that one, it's the best. Love it. Right, see you for one, or possibly all of those.